They are food. They are food. They are food. All this glaze, all this glaze about Rudy Gobert, all this glaze about the defense, all this glaze about people being an eraser, all this glaze. And what does Luka and Kyrie Irving do to this insurmountable defense, to the rim protecting of Rudy Gobert? They spoon feed Luka and Kyrie, spoon feed Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively for a combined of 30 points. Think about that. Spoon feed a combined of 30 points. Majority of it in the paint. This eraser, this rim protector, this defensive player of the year has been getting destroyed in these last two games. What do y'all see on a head-to-head matchup? Mano-a-mano. One-on-one defense to seal the game. This man, Luka, puts this man on an island and seals the freaking game. You have Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford doing whatever they want. Destroying. Feeling no physical presence. Getting destroyed. This whole entire Wolves crew has been getting destroyed. Pack up Cat. Pack up Ant. Pack up Rudy. Pack up Jaden. Pack up Kyle Anderson. Pack them all up. You had Naz Reid over here having another game of a game of his life. The man hit 7 threes. Like Jaden McDaniels had in the first game, Naz Reid has this in the second game. And how do y'all answer that call? Anthony Edwards. 5 for 17. I told y'all I ain't buy that bullshit. He gonna try to tell y'all, oh, I'm tired. No! I told y'all it was cap. Every time when he goes down there, every time when he gets in the paint, he's getting met by bodies. And in the first game, he's seen that, and he wasn't trying to do it. And in this game, he's trying to go down, but he still has to settle. Now, he still needs to try and play make, and he's making terrible reads and terrible decisions, especially down the stretch. But he's tired, right? He's tired, right? Like the video, subscribe. Don't forget to donate, man. This man, you're going to buy the BS. You're going to let these people tell you online that it's okay because he's freaking tired. You're going to let these people online tell you it's fine because he was tired. He should adjust. He should be fine. He's capable of adjusting. Hell no, it was cap. But they don't know and they don't see it because they don't really know. They don't see what we see up here, man. They don't see what we see on Dubs World. I've been told y'all, this is the best defense that the Timberwolves has faced in this postseason run. And what happens when they actually have some athletic bigs down there? What happens when they actually have some athleticism down there to contain some of this rim pressure from Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards, for game one, shot 5 for 17. In game one, he shot 6 for 16. He is averaging 33 from the field. And 36 from 3. This is to Jalen's point. His playmaking wasn't great. He had a couple flashes here and there, but especially down the stretch, my God. Turn the hell up. The defense that slowed down the Denver Nuggets, the transcendent offense of Jokic, the transcendent offense of the Nuggets, the defense that slowed these guys down. What is Luka Doncic doing to this defense? He is absolutely destroying it. What is he doing to this defense? He is cooking it left and right. Anytime when they're throwing a counter, he's flying another. They try to blitz him. He hits it to the open man, which then leads to another man to be open. What happens when they do drop? He's over here throwing lobs to Gafford. He's throwing lobs to Lively. Rudy's getting cooked in them actions. So what can we do? Can we blitz? Can we do this? I don't know what to do. They have no answer for him. They had answers for Jokic. They don't have answers for Luka. They don't have answers for Kyrie. They steal not one, but two on the road. Destroying them. Well, not destroying them. It was a close game. But that defense is getting worked. That defense has been getting worked for 2 back-to-back games now. And this is what I mean in terms of Rudy Gobert. If you're giving him the credit of being a complete eraser, if you're giving him the credit of him making up so much on defenses, that he's making so much for bad perimeter defense, and he's been doing that for years, why is it when you have guys like Jaden, when you have guys like Ant, when you have some good wing defenders now, even when you have this going for yourself, your presence still can't be known on defense when you go up against great offenses? The hell are we talking about? Y'all ain't got the answers. I've been telling y'all about these 2 guard lineups. If you got Luka and you got Kyrie Irving, they will destroy together. There is no answer for those guys. Now, Kyrie Irving was bad for the majority of the game. I'm not going to hold you. It was god awful. But what does he do in that fourth? What does he do in that fourth quarter, chat? This is what you want your second options for. I don't want to hear this stuff from Gifted. I can't wait to cook him on Sunday. I don't want to hear this stuff where people are saying, oh, what was he doing the rest of the game? We don't hold any of those type of standards to any other second options. They're second options for a reason. You have your main guy in Luka, who sits here and controls the game and be's that number one. And what do you want from your second option? You want them to answer the call when they need to. You want them to answer the call when they need it from you. You want them to be there and give you key buckets and key plays. And Kyrie Irving, people isn't talking about what he's doing defensively this series. I don't know why. But that's what you want from your second options. And what has Kyrie Irving done in both of these games now? In key moments and key times, he's playmaking at a high level. He's getting those lobs and getting those easy layups to the basket or dunks to the basket to Gafford and Lively. What is he doing? He's hitting big time shots in the fourth quarter. He had 3 threes, I believe, in the fourth quarter. What game time, clutch time, when they need him to be. What more can you ask from your second option? He's playmaking at a great level. He scored clutch at a great level. He's playing good defense for you. He's fulfilling the roles that you need from your second option. I don't want to hear nothing about Kyrie Irving. I don't want to hear nothing about criticism about what he was doing in the first half, because he answered the call of what you want from a second option. When Luka's going and I'm not, I find other ways to affect the game, or I wait for my time to shine. And this is where Kyrie's his best. And Luka and Kyrie, you cannot do anything to those guys. Anything at all. They are getting cooked. And for all of this, the Jokic apologists to sit here and talk about how his teammates let him down. All these Jokic apologists to sit here and talk about the teammates let him down. I have some stats for you, right? I have some stats that I found out today. Lo and behold, you want to know what Michael Porter Jr. was shooting on wide open or open shots? Around 38 to 40%. You want to know what? No, I think it was more than that. I have the stats. I have the stats from somebody. I need to message me back. But on the open shots and the wide open shots, Aaron Gordon was hitting. MPJ was hitting. Even KCP was hitting. Jamal Murray was the only guy that was kind of iffy on wide open. He hit open shots. You want to know why their open shot percentage was so down? Is because Jokic was the one who took more open shots than everyone else, and he missed more than everyone else. He was like 25% on his open and wide open looks, but people don't want to cook him. People don't want to cook him. When he's the reason why the percentages are bad. He's the reason why there's the stats telling you the open looks aren't good. He's the reason. You have a guy in Luka Doncic out here while being hurt, is playmaking and scoring and torching the defense that showed up that man, that showed up that team. And you have people tell you and lied to your face, saying that even if he balls out this series, this doesn't change anything. This doesn't mean that he can be the best player in the world. That's bullcrap. You got people telling us that we cannot use series like this to be like, you're the best player in the world, Luka. Are you fucking shitting me? That's what we always do. We've always done that. We always look at moments like this when they answer the call, when they have to overcome, when they have to sit here and go through adversity, when they sit here and show us what they really about, to show us how good they are. Why do you think we put Jimmy Butler so high all the time? Because of what he's shown us in the postseason. Because he's shown us how good he can be and reliable he can be. Because of what he did in the postseason. But now we can't do the same with Luka Doncic to classify him as the best player in the world? What kind of BS is that? And Daniel Mason, you want to know why they're playing way different against the Mavs than they did Denver? Because your guy in Jokic is not a rim protector. He is not a great defender. So what is going on now is, now that they're going up against a physical defense, Cat and Ant ain't cooking the same way. Because now they're actually going up against a defense that can sit here and contain them. And they're struggling. You should have held the horses on your Ant-Man, should have held the horses on your Ant-Man propaganda. Because now when he's going up against a defense that's pretty good, what has he been? He's been pretty bad. He's been pretty bad. Playmaking has been suspect. Scoring and shooting the ball, getting to the rim has been suspect. Again, he's young. Again, he should be able to figure this out. But the Ant-Man propaganda has now come back down to earth, because now that you went up against a defense that can sit here and actually be serviceable against you, look what happened. Y'all really thought that he was going to have problems with the Phoenix Suns? Y'all really thought he was going to have problems with Jokic, who can't jump? He's having problems now, and he's not adjusting. He can't adjust right now. It's extremely difficult for him. You can literally see it right now. He is trying to get breakthrough. He's trying to get into the defense. He's trying to break that defense and make some reads. He's trying. Salute to him. He's trying. It's difficult. It's difficult. Some passes are way off target. Some passes are way, way, way off target. He's taking too long to make the decision. He's taking too long to hit the pass. He's taking way too long. Don't give me this BS that he's freaking tired. It's okay. I swear you pissing me off with that nonsense. It's fine. Ant is playing bad. It's okay. It's not because he's freaking tired. He's 22 years old. I'm about to send the link soon. He's 22 years old. You're not going to give me this bullcrap that he's freaking tired. He cannot go to the rim because there's too many bodies down there. And he doesn't know how to counter that. You don't know what you're seeing. He can't counter it. He can't count. You want to know why he's not being aggressive? Because he even said this when Rudy and Cat first got there. He says, "What do you want me to do when there's so many bodies in the paint?" That's literally what he said. That's literally what he said last season. And now the same thing is happening, and he's struggling with it. It's okay. It's okay to admit your favorite player is struggling. It's okay to admit your favorite player is playing bad. It's okay. He's young. He should be able to correct it. This is a learning experience and learning curve. Don't give me this bullshit saying he's tired. Don't give me that BS. This man is having a hard time adjusting. That's what it is. He's having a hard time adjusting. And he's not sure what to do. He's getting put in spots that he's not used to. He hasn't been getting put in those spots all postseason long. They haven't been able to close the door on him and meet him with bodies and meet him with athleticism like that. And Luka, KCP, he is doing this on one freaking leg. Luka is doing this on one freaking leg. So I don't want to hear this bullshit that he's tired. Luka is doing this on one freaking leg. The hell are we talking about? He's doing this on one leg. Stop giving me this tired shit with Ant. That's not real basketball dialogue. That's just bullshit. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's simple. Cat is struggling with the physicality. He's struggling with the amount of space that he has to operate with. He doesn't have as much space because there's a lot of athletic bodies that can meet him at the rim. There's a lot of people pre-switching as well. When he makes the pass to Rudy Gobert, it gets poked out a lot. He can't use Rudy Gobert like that because he's an offensive liability. So he doesn't even have that option. So what does he have to do? He needs to keep the ball in his hands. And with him keeping the ball in his hands, he needs to sit here and either take that pull-up mini shot, which he's not leaning on at all, or you need to make some passes and reads quick enough. He's not doing that. When you have Jaden McDaniel wide open on a corner because they're pre-rotating, you're not seeing that. That's you struggling. You're not seeing that. It's okay. When you wait for years to hit Naz Reid in the corner when he's open and hit him when damn near it looks like you about to shoot the ball up and it turns into a turnover, that's bad. When you throw it to Jaden McDaniels on a cut because you got blitzed and you throw it damn near over his head, which leads to a turnover, that's you struggling. It's okay. He's not a great playmaker yet. He's a good playmaker. He's not there yet. It's okay. It's a learning experience. Stop giving me this bullshit that he's tired. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that, Riddell.
Yo, Doug. Luka gets the pass, man.
Luka gets the pass.
What?
Yo, he gets the pass, man.
Yo, I bet. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Let me chill.
Luka gets a pass for what?
You know what, man?
You think, dog?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It just clicked in my head. Hey, if you're willing to, go ahead, man. He got the pass like Brady got the pass.
Mm-hmm. The next.
Hey, bro, I'm telling y'all, I told y'all last episode, Luka for the culture, man. That dude, you love to see it. You got this man talking crap to the team, hitting big shots, showing up clutch, making crazy plays bro, he's making crazy passes the whole freaking game. Like, I don't know how he does it. How the hell does he be able to make those passes and make those reads so much? That shit don't make sense.
Bro, his playmaking, his vision, bro, he be in like a tight spot, right? Like underneath the basket, like right at the corner underneath the basket, and still see someone wide open at the wing on the other side of the court. I'm like, this man different, bro. It's just like y'all should have been watching. Luka's him, man.
That nigga is him.
He's him. Facts.
Riddell, we've been saying this.
I know that's crazy.
What you say, Tim Duncan? Oh, I don't know what he said.
Yeah, I don't know what he said either.
Yeah, me neither. But bro, we've been saying this for months, for a year, bro. Like the gap between him and Jokic was never that insurmountable, bro. Like y'all lied to us. Y'all
People
lied
were
to
trying
me.
to. He's low key offensively. He might be slightly better.
If he's slightly better, then he's the best player in the world. I don't.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
definitely
understand
better.
that.
No,
How is
No.
he not better than? Oh wait, you got Giannis as the best player in the world.
I
Right?
got Giannis over both Jokic and Luka.
Okay. I'm not gonna get into that debate. I can understand that, but bro, like, go ahead, BFX. What you got to say?
A triple double on the road, game winners. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, triple
He's
double.
clearly the best player on the floor, the best player on the court at all times, and he's showing it. Did y'all see when he got that rebound? He smacked it to Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie missed the three. He got the rebound over
Yes, he
Gobert.
did.
I'm like,
Yes.
how the hell
I
is he
don't know
doing this on
how
one
the
leg?
Mavericks won that game.
On one leg. This is
One-
crazy.
One freaking
But
leg, bro.
Luka missed. Kyrie missed like 2 free throws in the fourth.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
missed
thought
the
we were
free
about
throws.
to lose. I'm not
When
gonna lie.
Kyrie
I
missed
thought-
2, 3
That
free
was.
throws,
I'm like.
He
I was
missed-
like. I
he
was
missed
like.
three.
It's over. It's over. Yeah, he missed
Yo,
3. Yeah,
bro,
it was.
when he
swear
missed
to
the
God.
two in the
He
fourth,
missed
oh
he
my
missed
God.
2 back to back in the fourth, bro. That was crazy. I'm like,
I'm not gonna
whoa.
lie. I was like, it's not meant to be. I was like, it's not
Yeah.
meant to be. But then he hits the three. I was like, yes.
I was like, oh my God.
Yo,
They
did you
was trying to
see?
sell it, and Luka wasn't having it, man.
Bro, did you see when the shot clock's winding down, Lucas starts off the possession. It gets into Kyrie's hand with like 5 seconds left. I think what happens is there's a pick and roll between him and Lively. He's trying to get down to the rim. The ball gets poked out. While the ball gets poked out, he watches it because he's stepping through. He watches it, grabs it, and then throws a lob up to Derek Lively.
Oh yes, that was such a crazy play, bro.
Bro, I don't know what to like, bro. Kyrie Irving and even Luka Doncic, but Kyrie Irving, bro. I tell people all the time, when he has the ball in his hands, you don't know what this man's going to do. He does the craziest shit I've ever seen, and people still want to crap on him. I don't get it. How can you crap on a man like that?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, before Kyrie joined, I was critical of him, and then the moment he joined the Mavs, I legit said, "I'm gonna become a hypocrite and become a Kyrie fan again." That is 100% what is about to happen, and I'm glad I'm glad I admitted to it right from the beginning because Kyrie been
Welcome.
cooking, and the people who were saying, "Oh, Luka can't play with the co-star."
Bull crap. All of this talks, and listen, all of these talks about Luka not being able to win this way, it was just bull crap. I told people if LeBron was able to win this way, there's no reason why Luka can't win this way. He just needs the talent on his crew. And when I said he got Kyrie, what are we talking about? That's a match made in heaven. He knows exactly how to play next to a guy like Luka Doncic. He's done something similar to that in LeBron James. Y'all don't know what y'all like, bro. People don't know what you're talking about. But I'm not like Low. I'm not like Mars at all. Y'all want to change your opinions because y'all feel as if you was on the wrong side of history. I'm here with open Mars, baby. It's okay. It's fine. I don't want to hear that. I don't need to sit here and tell you, oh, you should have done this before. Why? Sometimes you got to see it in the postseason. Sometimes you got to see how these guys handle adversity. Sometimes you got to see how it gets put all together, right? I get it. I understand. And that's what Luka and Kyrie is doing. This is, I'm not going to lie, Riddell, from like a offensive standpoint, the dynamic between Luka and Kyrie, bro, is one of the best I've ever seen. Like from two players, a duo being this great offensively, bro, it's like I haven't seen that since Kyrie and LeBron.
No, I'm 100% with you. They work off each other pretty seamlessly. Like even and I liked when they did this
That should
action
be
when
good,
Kyrie was cooking in the fourth quarter, and they did this action to let Kyrie cook, and they put Luka in the corner. And what was great about that is that they can't guard off Luka at all. They have to stay right next to him, so they can't help from weak side corner, leaving like a wide open shot in the paint literally every single time. I'm like, bro, Rudy Gobert's gonna help up. He's gonna fail.
I forgot about Curry and KD. My bad. I forgot about that shit.
Oh yeah, Curry, KD for sure.
I forgot about
I
Curry.
did too,
My bad. I completely forgot about that. My bad, guys. But he's up there. It's up there. One of the funnest and best. One of them duos, like those three duos right there, is wild. Is a wild duo to me.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Riddell.
No, yeah, they just work off each other extremely well with their passing, their playmaking. They're both unselfish. Like people, also what I hate is like, oh, Luka's a selfish player. He's a ball hog. He wants to pass the ball. Like he wants to let people cook. It's just sometimes they can't, so he has to. But on this team, he can let people cook. He can let them do what they got to do, and he's fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yes,
glad.
people-
You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad. Let me fix my
I never understood, right, Riddell, because I agree with you wholeheartedly. I've seen numerous times Luka Doncic give people the rock, give people the peel, letting these guys try to be themselves. I've seen him do it with Tim Hardaway.
He was letting
I've even
Spencer
seen him do it
Dinwiddie
with KP. He was letting Spencer Dinwiddie. He was letting Jalen Brown. He's always let guys cook around him. So when people saying he's too much of a, I get it. The time of possession is OD, but it's not like he doesn't let the guys around him get a feel and control some offense in spurts. That doesn't make sense. He's always done that. He's always been doing that. And I'll never forgive people for doing this. Y'all wrongfully blamed that man for Kristaps Porzingis struggling, for Kristaps Porzingis being hurt, and for him not even wanting to play there because he had beef with Rick Carlisle. I remember y'all put that on Luka Doncic. Y'all try to put that on Luka Doncic. And what has he done ever since? Jalen Brunson co-star, he's cooked with him. Kyrie Irving co-star, he's cooked with him. Y'all need to start looking at the actual player in Kristaps Porzingis. And when a lot of times when they don't show up, a lot of the times is because of them. And y'all try to blame Luka Doncic for that, and I'll never forgive y'all for that. I'll never forgive y'all.
Hey man, I'm glad we done with the Jason Tatum talks with Luka. Like at the beginning of the year, like we were still trying to have JT talks. Crazy.
It should have never happened. I'm like,
That was just real talk. That
Nah,
was
it was more than just him. It was more than just him.
it was, but real
Yeah,
talk
man.
definitely
I was
came
one of
like full circle.
I
Like
was one of them.
he's a Luka believer. Like real talk is on the Luka timing. So
He's
no,
coming
shout out
around.
to-
He's actually
Well,
coming
in Real
around.
Talk's, in Real Talk's defense, all he simply said was the gap that people think is between Luka and Jason Tatum is not as big as people think, which I'm still in agreement with that. The gap between those two is not that far, considering the
Ooh.
simple fact that between Luka and Jason Tatum, because you look at what Jason Tatum brings defensively, I'm like, I get it. Like, I truly do. Everybody is in love with offense, but this is not football. This man doesn't just play offense and then get substituted out on defense and then get substituted right back in on offense. There is a legitimate other side of the ball that we all have to admit. That's the reason why Jokic just got exposed in the last series against this very same team. Luka is not a good defender. He's not. So
Have you
for
seen the
me,
defense
what
he's
I
been playing this series? Have you seen the defense he's been playing this series?
yeah,
Have
I
you
He
seen
mean,
actually
the
been
key plays?
playing D.
yes, I have. Yes, I have.
And I
He's
haven't,
been
And
and
I
I haven't been I haven't been a buyer of that shit all year. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm buying
and I
into it.
also and I also seen and I also
he's not a
Man,
seen
two
complete
numbers says
liability
he's all
anymore.
defense.
and I
I'm just saying.
He's not a
and
complete
listen,
liability.
I also seen AD make his mid range shots and his 3-point shots in 2020 hasn't been the same. I seen Giannis hit his mid range shots in 2021 has not been the same. I seen Jokic shoot 47% from three during his playoff run, and this year you see where it came back where he regressed. This could be a situation where this year for this playoff run, Luka's defense looks better. But when you have these guys that are what we've seen them be year after year after year for a playoff run, yeah, they could do good. But Luka is not a good
Bro,
defender.
defense
But
is
this
team
is
and effort, bro.
yeah,
It's not that crazy. It's not like he's gonna go
With one leg,
No,
though.
I'm
defense
Crazy.
is a
and I'm gonna take
skill.
less effort.
Defense is a skill. So it's like when I'm
Yeah,
looking
but
at a guy
mostly
Yo,
at
he's
Jason
cooking.
Tatum,
not gonna.
when
He's not.
Jason Tatum can guard 1 through 4, and we're looking at Luka, who routinely, when he gets beat, that recovery effort is not there. I cannot just look at a guy because we look at Jason Tatum and we say he's just so far and above Jason Tatum. We keep forgetting the simple fact Jason Tatum did average 31 points last year. And when we look at Jason Tatum, he does have the Game 7 record in the playoffs with 51 points. And he just did this just last year. So I get that
Hey,
Luca
no
does.
way you're doing that.
No, but I'm just
This
saying
is
it's like
nasty.
That,
Bro,
that
this
is
no,
because
it's
That's
not.
nasty
literally
work.
there was
No,
games
because
in that
it's not.
series that he was freaking choking up. He was choking on a stick where he was just
He
playing
was.
bad. The
He
thing,
was, but then when he hits but that's the problem that I do not get with people. When he does have the choke games, we go over the top with them. But when the man comes and he redeems himself with 51 in a game 7,
no, it's not
nobody
like that.
we just look at him
It's
like,
not
okay,
like that.
that's Jason Tatum. But
It's
when
not like
Steph
that.
Curry dropped 50 against the Kings, who hasn't been in the playoffs since I was watching Barney, everybody, oh, this is Steph Curry. But I'm
It's
just
not.
saying you can have Luca being better, but that gap is not as big as people want to make it out to be because
Well,
of what Tatum brings
yeah,
defensively.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. And with Jason Tatum that you bring up, it's not about. It's not just about him struggling. It's about him struggling consistently. It's about him being very inconsistent in postseason series. And there's not a good enough good games that he's had to counteract the bad games that he's had, to counteract the games that he struggled in, to counteract him struggling in the finals, to counteract him struggling even this year in the whole entire postseason, going against bad teams. It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable for him to be struggling even this season and be inconsistent when you have all of this help around you. That's the issue with Jason Tatum. He doesn't have enough good with bad. But also with Jason Tatum, the way I look at it is if I look Luka Doncic in his shoes is probably doing more with that team. Jason Tatum in Luka's shoes is not doing as much as what
First
he has
round
been doing.
exits. First round exits.
for
Who?
sure. First round
The
exit.
Dallas Mavericks first round S is for sure. Luka Doncic can be because of it. I can understand the defense that JT can provide. The defense isn't good enough, and the offense is even not consistent enough to counteract a guy who's giving you some of the greatest offense we have ever seen in our entire life. This is a PG. This is like a PG versus Magic Johnson combo. This is like a PG versus what's it called? Jokic combo. Like
Yeah.
Paul George
Yeah.
is great. Like Paul George is very serviceable all around, but all of those all around qualities is not enough to make up for the tremendous gap there is offensively. And it's offense. People hate it all the time, but offense is a part of winning championships as well. And when you have a great offensive player like that, majority of the time, great offensive players, what happens? They win. They win.
Great offense beats great defense. Offense is just more important. I'm sorry, y'all might not like it. Offense is more important than defense. At the end of the day, it is.
I just
In
don't
terms of
agree with that though.
setting,
I just
in
agree
terms
No,
with
of
that.
offense
setting,
definitely for
in terms of
individual
team setting,
player,
defense
offense
is
is way more important.
yeah,
For-
for a star player, for your biggest star on your team, offense is more important. But for a team setting, defense is more important. For
Yeah.
sure.
Because defense, because key part here. Because if somebody is so great offensively, the team can make up for that with their defense. So if a team can have a great defense, all they need is one or maybe two guys who's very good offensively. They can make that work. But for an individual player, that great offense is portable all across the board with everyone. It is.
If you got
Hold on.
if
The
you got an
argument,
elite
hold on.
offensive
The
But so
argument
with
would make
defense
sense.
though.
The argument would make sense for Jason Tatum if his defense was like, let's say top 10 or even top 5. Like he's giving you that level of defense.
I'm
with his
curious.
level of offense.
I'm curious for Tim
His
Duncan.
defense, he's not even a top. He's probably not a top 15 defender in the NBA.
I'm curious for Tim Duncan. Where's Anthony Davis?
As far as what defensive player?
No, like where would you have him ranked? Would you have him like above Jokic or something? Because he's giving you like some of the best defense we've ever seen, along with great offense.
For me, if I have Jokic, if I was to have Jokic at 2 or 3, I got Anthony Davis at about either 5 or 6.
So who do you have at 1? I'm curious. Who's your best player in the NBA?
Giannis.
All right, valid.
It's not valid. I'm not gonna lie. The offense is not great, and the defense.
Nigga,
I'm
what?
not gonna
The
lie.
offense is
The
The,
help
great.
the
shot-
problem, but the problem with it, but even the problem with that,
Hate on
with
Giannis.
people who say that offense is more important, as much as we can point to all-time great offensive players, I can I literally can do the same thing for all-time great defensive players and say that they have won. And I can look at them from the aspect of what they brought defensively. Like Tim Duncan is an all-time great defensive player. None of y'all would say he's an all-time great offensive player. And this is coming from a Spurs fan. So you would not categorize Tim Duncan as an all-time great
Tim-
offensive player,
Tim
but he
Duncan.
won because of what he did on defense.
He was still
Tim Duncan-
I can make
Same
Tim
with
Duncan-
same
Tim
with
Duncan-
Bill
Tim-
against Will. Wouldn't you
Tim-
wouldn't like even if you looked at it, wouldn't you say that Wilt Chamberlain offensively could do more than what Bill Russell could ever do, right?
Yeah, I hate when they bring up Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain.
Like the Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain thing, I'm not gonna lie. We were all too young to even be watching that shit. But Tim Duncan, for me, like Tim Duncan's the anomaly. That Tim Duncan's the guy where Kevin Garnett went great defense, right? He won one chip when he got a bomb squad in the Boston Celtics, right? Some of the great Stephen Curry, he won, and he won without KD. He won when he didn't have a bomb squad in 2022. Jokic, he won when he didn't even have a bomb squad like that. So these great offensive players, it translates more than when you just great defensively. Tim Duncan's the anomaly. I just got to be real. He's just the anomaly. But even then, offensively in the postseason, that man was going crazy too. So,
But Tim
and
Duncan,
some of the greatest players, like along with the defense they have, because to me, like the greatest players for me is like LeBron, MJ, Shaq, and everything like that. Hakeem, like they're dual. They're giving you all-time offense with very great defense. So now, but when we either have a guy where they're giving you all-time great offense, where it's matching a Shaq, where it's matching a LeBron, where it's matching a Kobe, but I have to therefore choose between a guy that's giving you an 8 and an 8 on the other side. I think the all-time great offense, the offense that's challenging the likes of the greatest people we've ever seen, is something that you should definitely go with. It's more portable.
Yeah, I mean, we seen it tonight with Luka. I think the all-time great offense. When you're an elite offensive player, you could win a series. You could win a game by yourself. You could put the team on your back, and that's what Luka did tonight. Even though I would say this, let me ask you this, Dub. Do you think Minnesota lost this game? You think they choked, or you think
for sure.
Dallas won?
Oh no. Well, I think two things can be true, right? When you have a guy in Naz Reid giving you 7 threes, and you can't sit here and close the deal. I'm not gonna lie, you freaking choked that, especially when you was up. But Dallas won it, almost like the Bengals. The Bengals when the Bengals and Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
When the Chiefs blew that lead, they lost it, but the Bengals gave it to them. Pause. Like you cannot. It's kind of hard for two things not to happen in those cases, right? Before you go, Nahari, I want to read this. Rudy and Ant have shot 21 of 69. That's inexcusable. And I think Rudy played good other than the game winner from Daniel Mason. Rudy was getting cooked.
In the first half, he played good. In the second half, he was trash.
It was god awful, bro. We up, baby. Let's go from Allen R. Salute to you, man.
I think they definitely choked. I think Minnesota definitely choked, though, Dub, because when you think about it, they was up. I think it was a 2-possession game with 2 minutes left. I think it was 2 minutes left. I think it was a 2-possession game. Yeah. Kyrie Irving missed those free throws, missed 2 free throws in a row. You're supposed to win this game. You know what I mean? And Edwards, for me, passing the ball to Jaden McDaniels in the corner it's a bailout. It's like a sellout type of thing. Like you sold that game, man. You know what I mean? You got to get to the free throw line. You got to get downhill. Even Reggie Miller, he was saying that you got to get downhill, man.
Oh, speaking of Reggie Miller,
yeah.
I want to say this real quick because it actually pissed me off when he said it. But right before the Rudy Gobert shot, Reggie Miller was like, "I prefer Kyrie to get the ball on Rudy Gobert. I don't want it to go to Luka," is what he said verbatim. And Stan Van Gundy said, "Yeah, I agree. I want Kyrie to get the ball on Rudy Gobert, not Luka." I'm like, y'all forget who Luka is, and the fact that he just did it on them, and then they go like, "Oh damn, Luka!" I'm like, y'all don't you forget what you just said about Luka, man. I like Kyrie too, but there shouldn't be like
and Luka
either or, to be honest.
And Riddell, like let's not forget, Luka always wants to go at Rudy. Luka always wants to go with him. Always, all the time. That's why he was talking shit to him as he scored after that bucket. Anytime when Luka sees Rudy Gobert, he looks at him like he's food and he's going to destroy him every
In the post
single
game,
time.
in the post game with
Everybody.
Chuck and them and TNT, he said I could move faster than him. That's why Luka said I could move faster than Rudy.
He
can't
can.
move.
Rudy was. I thought he was going to break his own ankles the way he was trying to recover. And Luka ain't
He
even
was
that
looking
quick.
silly.
Nah,
It
he
looked
was
like
looking
it looked like that meme against Steph Curry. It reminded me of that Steph Curry meme.
Yes. Yo, bro, it was wild, bro. But this goes to my point where when when a lot of these players are showing you and telling you that they are not fearful of a guy, that the defense isn't really that felt, is not that good. And they're not only saying it, they're showing you in the game that they do not take this man serious. And you just completely ignore that like it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, that matters. Your peers and how they feel about you and the threat that you are, that matters. That basketball is the one sport where people try to take that away as if it doesn't matter. We all ask for references all the time in every type of profession from people that's actually been in the sport and we take it seriously, or been in anything and take it seriously. Basketball is the one time where we're like, no, we're not going to listen to what these guys have say at all. That's the weirdest shit to me.
You know what's funny too? Like when we play the Thunder, we actually struggled more against the Thunder in the interior with Chet Holmgren's interior defense because he was blocking everything. Like
Everything.
they
Don't
couldn't-
speak too
they
loud,
could not
Riddell.
score on Chet.
Don't speak too loud.
But they're telling me about Rudy, and they're like, "Oh, this is food, bro. Rudy Gobert's absolutely food, bro." I've been saying Rudy Gobert's an overrated defender for the longest time. I've never been high on Rudy Gobert. I think he's good. I think he's a good defender. I think he's a great rebounder for sure. But I don't see 4-time DPOY type
Hell
of
no.
defense.
Hey,
bro.
Chris
I don't
Finch,
know.
Chris Finch set him up. I'm not gonna lie. Chris Finch put him on the island
Hold on.
and got him
Wait a
out there isolation with no blitz.
Hold
They
on.
should have blitzed Luka and got the ball out of his hands. Chris
Well,
Finch
that was just
set
for
me
the.
up.
Oh, you talking about for the last play because they were blitzing him
Yeah.
like damn that whole game.
Yeah, that last play, you got to get the ball out of Luka's hand. You got to make somebody else beat you. You know Luka can do that.
What's up, real
You
talk?
can't have Rudy on the island guarding Luka isolation. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Be facts.
You're
Be quiet. Now look,
Wow.
bro. I am here to spread propaganda about Luka Doncic. I am clearly here to spread propaganda about Luka Doncic. I've been doing this for months. I want to shout out Riddell because he was the first one on this train, on this bandwagon early in the season, and I shouldn't have doubted you, Riddell. When you were saying Luka was the best in the world, I should have been questioning you. I was like, now I've always been high on Luka. I was like, he's number 4. You know what I'm saying? But as I watched him throughout this regular season, bro, in the 82-game regular season, there was not a basketball player playing better than Luka Doncic this year. And it is an absolute travesty. It is an abomination that he didn't win MVP this year. It's an abomination that he didn't win MVP this year. This guy averaged 34, 9, and 9, 150-plus games, and didn't win the MVP. What more do you
That
want
was
a
crazy.
nigga to do? What
You mean
more
Luka was
what
the
more
best?
can a player
You mean
do
Luka
to
was
win
the best
MVP?
after
But no,
Embiid got
the
hurt,
league,
The
and
Jokic
the
blazing was
league,
just an
and all
all-time
of the league,
Let the nigga
and
get
all
his
the NBA community was ready to glaze Jokic. They were ready to give Jokic the MVP because they thought he should have won it last year because Embiid won it because Kendrick Perkins brought up something about race. So they were ready to hand it to Jokic this year. I was remembering this year, they were talking like he had the award wrapped up in like January. I'm like, what are we watching the same thing? Are we watching the same sport? There's no way we're all watching the same sport. We're watching Luka Doncic do what he's doing, and we're saying Jokic is the clear-cut MVP. Hell, even Giannis was in the conversation. And before Embiid got hurt, that's a real convo about Embiid winning the MVP.
Embiid and Luka is definitely a combo that I'm fine with losing for sure because Embiid
Embiid was hooping.
Oh,
I'm not against him.
Embiid was
I'm not
definitely-
against Embiid winning the award. But after Embiid went down, they tried to make it seem like Jokic was running away with the award. Meanwhile, Luka is in Dallas. Mind you, Kyrie only played 50-some games. Mind you, they didn't get PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford until the trade deadline. And Stephen A. Smith had to, let me use one of his phrases, the mitigated gall to go on ESPN First Take this year, today and say, oh my goodness, he has Kyrie, he has all of this help, and Brunson should have been first team. Hey, Stephen A. Smith,
He should have been.
saying dumb shit. Stephen A. Smith, please get off of television. You and Kendrick Perkins need to go sit down because y'all just saying dumb shit to the masses on a consistent basis. So anyway,
He should have.
he doesn't get PJ and Daniel
Brunson definitely
until the
should
trade
have been
deadline. Kyrie is playing 50-some games. And that before the trade deadline, this nigga is winning games with Grant Williams and
Dwight Powell.
Tim
Powell
Hardaway Jr.
playing
Tim
real
Hardaway
minutes.
Jr.
And what I remember, they beat us, the Lakers, when we went to Dallas with Tim Hardaway Jr. starting.
That was that Dante
And-
Exum game.
Dante
Luka-
Exum is starting.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
And Luka was cooking that team left and right, cooking everyone around him, bro. I've been said he was the MVP for a minute now. I think especially as soon as he won 50 games, I was very surprised that he didn't win it. But to real talk, it's to your point.
Wasn't even
The
second place, bro.
Bro,
was third
the glaze for Jokic, the glaze for these top seeded teams are ridiculous. If you're going to sit here and give Jokic an MVP with him being a 6 seed, there's no fucking reason you can't give Luka Doncic for winning an MVP when he won 50 games and his team was a 5th seed. And to real talk's point, his team was up and down. It's bullshit with how they've been treating that man, bro.
And I
It's
think they're
crap.
only 4
It's the
games
Jokic- it was the
behind the
Jokic
Nuggets
record.
too. It wasn't like
Yes.
a massive gap between the Nuggets and Mavs in terms of record. It's actually crazy to me that
Why
people-
is Shea getting votes? And this is what really pisses me off. How is Shea getting second? How is he getting votes when the majority of people is going to judge this off of impact to their team? And they say Shea was doing so much. Shea was doing similar things last year. What fucking seed did they finish? They finished as a 9th seed with him being there. You want to know why that team got so much better?
Chet Holmgren came back and was amazing.
You wanna know-
J-Dub came back and was amazing.
That's what I'm
Come on,
talking
man.
about.
Casey
That's what I'm
Wallace
talking
gave
about.
him really good
That's
minutes.
what I'm talking
Lou
about.
Dort shot 40% from the
That's what I'm
three-point line
talking
this
about.
year. The team got better.
The team
That's
got
what happened.
way better. But people want to credit all of that shit to Shea? Are you kidding me? Luka Doncic is literally doing everything for that crew. Everything offensively. When he has Kyrie Irving, it's Kyrie Irving. But there's been plenty of games when he wasn't there and he's cooking. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man.
I had Luka as my MVP all year. To be honest with you, I didn't even think Jokic was playing at the top 3 level. Well, he's playing top 3, but Giannis and Luka were both playing better than Jokic all year, in my humble opinion.
I do want to ask this though. Like, I don't know if anyone talked about this. I get that Minnesota wanted to switch everything late game, but if you're gonna do that, why is Rudy in the game?
I don't know.
Why not just run Nas, Jaden McDaniels, and Nas Reed and Mike Conley or something like that? Why would you
Well, I
put
guess
Rudy
they
in
were
the game?
scared of the lob because they literally were about
But
to
like,
go
just
to
let
the lob.
Nas play back line. If you're gonna switch everything, then Rudy can't play
Well,
anyway.
Honestly, the switch was just, I'm not gonna lie, the switch was, I was surprised. Like, because they weren't switching like that. They were blitzing a lot. So like Rudy and whoever was defending a lot of time, Jaden McDaniel, they'll blitz Luka right there. So like it was so weird. For the final possession, instead of blitzing at least to put the ball in someone else's hands, you let Rudy to go on a nine.
Also, Rudy is
They
dumb.
legit did not know what to do because
That was
they
so-
could not guard Luka and Kyrie. It was very obvious at the beginning of the game. They were just missing shots. Kyrie mostly, he was just missing.
Yeah, Kyrie was dead, just missing.
missing shots, and then Kyrie started cooking. Luka obviously was cooking. Jaden McDaniels was getting cooked. When Kyrie started cooking, Anthony Edwards was getting cooked, and they were like, "I don't know what to do. If we drop, lob. If we blitz, It's going to be a pass lively and an open corner. Switch. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do something we haven't done all game. We're going to switch.
And also, but if I'm rooting,
It's
It's
crazy though, because we heard so much about this defense and Minnesota defense, and like it was an all-time defensive team, and they're just getting cooked. Luka is just like
It's
running
Luka
through this like it's
Doncic.
nothing. I don't hear no narratives no more about this defense. I don't hear
also
it.
though,
Hey,
Dub,
because
you want to know why? Because it was an
Go ahead,
all-time defense. Because Jokic struggled. It was an
Yep.
all-time defense
There we
because
go. You got
Jokic
it.
got shut down for a few games. It was an
Yep.
all-time defense because Jokic had some problems. But now, when Luka on one leg, mind you,
Facts.
Luka's on one leg right now, cooking these niggas. He's cooking Jaden McDaniels right now, who's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
Yes,
He
sir.
is abusing Rudy Gobert and manipulating him at the rim, whether he's going to lay the ball up or throw it live. Same with Kyrie. Rudy Gobert's out there looking like a non-factor, and all these niggas wanted to glaze Rudy Gobert and take it seem like he was fucking crazy because don't nobody respect this nigga. And just like you said, Dub, if everybody in the league doesn't respect him, why the fuck do you respect him so much? These niggas play him. They play him. They're the ones playing him.
That's facts. That's facts.
I'm not
I've never seen, real talk. I've never seen anything in my life. It's like common sense goes out the window for basketball. I've never seen anything in my life where the people's opinions, the people's references who are actually there and in that profession are not taken seriously. I have never seen that ever in my life. Why is that a thing for basketball?
I'm gonna continue to tell you that, and I'm dead serious when I say this. Rudy Gobert is the Domantas Sabonis of defense. What do I mean by that? When you look at Domantas Sabonis offensively, his advanced stats are off the charts. The way he increases his team's offensive rating and their analytic numbers. That's why last year on Twitter I had to fight a battle all year. I had to fight dumbass niggas trying to tell me that Domantas Sabonis was the best player on the Kings when De'Aaron Fox was on. But I mean, if you look on the on-off numbers, and even when Domantas Sabonis is running offense with Malik Monk, oh my goodness, their offense doesn't change. It's just as good. Meanwhile, Domantas Sabonis can't even get a fucking bucket. He's the right shoulder bandit. Right shoulder, left hand. But anyway, that's the same shit Rudy Gobert doing on defense. Oh my goodness, Rudy Gobert, even if he doesn't have any perimeter defenders, his team finishes top 5 in defensive rating. Okay, now he's playing an elite offensive player who can manipulate him, and now what? He's getting fried, and guess what? He's getting fried in a series where somebody at his position isn't even a scorer. How does that happen?
Real talk. This is the root. Oh my God. It just clicked in my brain right now. I just had an epiphany. The people that support Jokic also support Rudy because they do the same fucking thing. When the defense is going well, they give all of that credit to Rudy Gobert. Despite the people literally funneling the perimeter players to Rudy Gobert, they say, no, fuck that. Fuck the scheme that the teams are running, and fuck the scheme that the coaches are running to make him appear better than what he is. They give him all the credit when the defense is good. But then when the defense is bad, they give him nothing at all, as if he's not to blame, and they blame everyone else. Which one is it? The same thing with Jokic. When the offense is working, all of the credit goes to him. But when the offense is shit, nothing goes to him. His players is missing shots. His players are missing open shots. And real talk, you know what's so funny about this? And give this shit to Lowe, and everyone else would want to defend Jokic in that game 7, right? Out of everyone in that series, on the wide open and open shots that they were missing, guess who was missing the most?
Jokic. Don't say it too loud.
Jokic. And guess who took the most?
Don't say it too loud.
Jokic. So these open, and the percentages of everyone else besides like maybe Jamal Murray on wide open shots, percentage of everyone else on open looks was fine. Jokic was the reason why that shit plummeted. So you should, whenever you see all these Jokic defenders, point that out for them. And like I said, people talk, like you said a great point here. When he has no perimeter defenders, he makes up so much. And I said this earlier, you missed it. He has these perimeter defenders now, and the same shit is happening. And they're not gonna blame him. I don't get it.
I'm gonna
I
be honest.
don't get it.
The same thing is not happening. This is nasty, bro. What are we
Oh,
talking
this
about?
is low. Oh, I didn't even see this. Hey yo, hey yo.
I wanna be clear. Was that if you watch my video, I blame Jokic for this.
No,
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 yeah,
I'm not even.
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say
even-
that. I was gonna say
Hey, Lo, Lo,
he did criticize
is-
Jokic for
This
this
is
game.
hey,
I'm
look,
not
look.
gonna lie.
Honestly, funny enough, I'm not even looking at you. Like I'm looking like Gifted. I'm looking at Mar. I'm looking at a bunch of other people, right? You-
I was about to say, I don't even know, and I don't even know if I don't think you saw the end of the game, and Rook talking attest to it. Even I was saying, nigga, Gobert, why are you trying to recover from a drive? If a nigga beat you on the drive, just let him get a 2. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
That ain't
Lo,
got
I'm
nothing
not
to do
gonna
with
lie,
nobody else.
because I remember in game 7-2, you was getting on Rudy too. You, for the most part, I'm not gonna lie, I have no gripes with you, because honestly, you've
Nigga, you
drawn
just said
fair
low
criticism.
though. You said my name. You said low.
I did say low.
Yes.
My bad. I
I
did.
low. I was like,
My
nigga,
bad.
you did.
Oh, my bad. You know what it is? My bad. I'm so used to you always being the hub of all of this. My bad. I apologize.
why? I was criticizing this nigga.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Jesus
My bad.
Christ.
I apologize. My bad. I was.
That's
you know,
one
some-
thing I will say about
I mean, in
Low.
your defense, Low was the one saying
anything
that you
else,
are
at least
inevitable. He
saving
did
face
say that.
will criticize his favorite players. He will do that if they
He-
play bad.
I have seen it. I have seen it this year. I'm not gonna lie. I have seen it, so I don't have too much ground. I'm sorry. I said your name. It was a fucking accident. I didn't even realize I said your name. My bad.
I do want to say this.
Low came in funny as hell. He was like, damn, like he said, did you not see me criticize him? Like, damn, bro. My bad.
Looking
Fever
forward to
finally won the
the
game, by the way.
looking forward to the Boston series because I assume both teams are going to win. Luka's going to average like 40 in that series because they can see the Al Horford switch so easily. Luka might
Yo.
average 40 in the series.
Wait till
Yeah.
and I want to answer these. I mean, get to these super chats real quick. Then you got it, Rodeo. Wait till Luka plays a team without slow bigs. LOL. Well, I don't think that's
He's
gonna
not
happen.
going to
this year.
face one.
That's not gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen, bro.
Don't think that's gonna
Oh,
happen, buddy. Chill said the puppy's really smoking the Mavs from a regular.
Oh, I bet Chill was geeking when they were up by 20 in the second quarter, bro.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
you know,
right
Chill
there.
a low key Luka hater.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It ain't low key. It ain't
And
low key.
ops. Matter of fact,
It's
I
not-
will
it's
be
not
on.
low key.
Hey, make sure y'all tune in to Chill with Chill because we will be there in the morning.
But ain't no low
We
key. If
will
you
be
ever
there
had
on
Jason
Chill
Tatum
on
over
Chill.
Luka, you're a Luka
Because
hater.
then we got to talk about Luka. Chill got to talk about Luka.
Real
That's
talk.
what has to happen.
If Luka beats Tatum in the finals, I think Chill might take like a leave of absence, bro.
Oh, for
Chill,
sure.
Chill,
Oh,
Chill is
oh
gonna lose
my
his mind.
No, Tatum is so.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I
That would
can't
be
wait to see.
terrible for him. I'm not even gonna lie. The propaganda will
what's
come
the-
all
that's
crushing
like the
down.
best
Bro,
of
the
Barry
whole-
I would
You
just
can't-
be cooking
You
Tatum.
can't, the
I
whole you
wouldn't
can't
even
win
care
with
about Luka
Luka.
winning.
You can't win with Luka, and then he beats the guy Chill's been popping all year. That's gonna be bad, bro.
For
That's gonna
sure.
be so bad.
So my bad, chat. I didn't mean to say low. I said it just slipped. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just used to he's always on the main case of that. Like Swiper, like Mars, like Gifted, like those guys. They just coincide with one another, bro.
Well,
They-
there's really no
it's the-
need for you to apologize though, Doug, because Lowe was the one like throughout the majority of the season saying Jokic is
Bro, the link
undeniably
is literally
the best
in the
player.
group chat, nigga.
I think he
Like-
wants it. I think he wants it on his computer.
Oh, okay.
Which makes
Like
sense.
Lowe was the one saying that the Nuggets are inevitable. There's nothing you can do to stop him. He's
Hey,
he's
but
just
but
great
but
offensive
Tim, but
player.
Tim Duncan, I'm not like some people. I'm not like I'll say low for this one. I'm fine with people changing their opinion. Like I'm fine with it. If people see that they're wrong, as long as they admit that they're wrong, I'm cool with it. They can change their opinion all they want. They wrong. It is what it is. Whenever there's evidence, you can change your
I'm about to say, I
opinion.
think that's one of the problems. I
Jokic
have
not
with
better.
This is a problem I have with like the NBA community is that like when new information gets brought to us, we can change our opinion or restructure our thought process. Because even right now, like I am restructuring the concept of like Rudy Gobert as a defender. Not if he's bad or not. Now wait, let me be clear.
He's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
saying
not
he's
bad.
bad.
But the one thing, like for example, like Sean Marion didn't receive all defensive team selections because at that time, who he was as a defender wasn't valuable, right? like the switchability, the versatility. At that time, as a front court player, you needed to be a better post defender. And so even technically speaking, I guess Dikembe Mutombo by these same standards is an overrated defender as well. But Dikembe Mutombo, his ability to defend in space doesn't really matter in the 2000s because that's not how they were running offense at that time. He would have to be able to defend in some type of space for him to have some type of value. But he's not he's still not as bad as people make him out to be. But I understand what people are saying. But also,
what about Jaden McDaniels? Is Jaden McDaniels overrated too?
No, he's just playing.
He's trying to guard Luka. I also believe that as well. I think if you're trying to guard a player who is one of the greatest offensive players of all time, I think that's a very tall task to do, especially one-on-one.
And it's also because and this is where we got to get to a point to where and this is where when Lowe said, even AD isn't in the comp for Jokic, and niggas were losing their mind when they said that. It's also because we have to be smart about a player's frame, players. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think Luka more so struggles with people that are strong. To where when he gives defenders those little bumps, there's no space being created. That's why Lou Dort did such a good job.
That's why Vando likes him.
Yeah, Vando as well. Yeah, Vando is a stronger forward. Yeah, shout out. We gotta shut up, Vando.
Gotta get that.
But somebody like Jaden McDaniels,
any type of love for the
yes, he is. He does have length to him, but he's slider frame. Every time Luka bumps him, there's space created. So that means Luka can get off a clean look on Jaden McDaniels damn near anytime he wants to. He knows all I have to do is make contact with him, and then I'm getting a clean look, and then I'm shooting over the top. And now it's just dependent on if I'm making or missing shots. Jaden McDaniels.
So Jaden McDaniels, there's no way Jaden McDaniels is the best wing defender no more, right, in the league.
Why?
I mean, there's really no perimeter defender that can guard Luka.
This is what I'm saying. This is why y'all are making assessments on one player being able to defend one-on-one when it's never been the case. There's never been a player that's been able to defend somebody one-on-one in space, especially into this type of spacing. That's something that everybody's been attempting to try to tell everybody for literally all season long, that it's very difficult to defend somebody in space, especially when you're getting hit with screens. And he's just that doesn't stop him from being a great defender. It just stops. I mean, you want somebody to defend somebody that's not physically his equal.
Yeah.
Like Drew Holiday last year, right? I just want to say this real quick. Like Drew Holiday last year, he got absolutely cooked. I still think he was a great defender, though. I think shit like that happens, especially when you go up against good offensive players.
And their team was dumb too.
Yeah, and Jaden McDaniel, right? Jaden McDaniel for me, real talk, hit it on the money. The main difference between him and Lou Dort is Lou Dort's stronger, and he's making sure Luka's not getting to those spots. I'm not gonna lie, whenever Luka's on Jaden, you can tell he's getting to the spots that he wants to go to damn near every single time. It's because Jaden, number one, he's trailing him way too much. I don't know why he keeps doing that. If I was him, I'll just try to sneak under the screen.
Because he's a grifter. He's a better grifter than Jamal Murray and Devin Booker are. So he gets off with a much better grip. If he tries to get
physical, it's not only
and
that,
he's more physical too.
But not only that, the reason why a lock and trail can be effective with Murray is because Murray's 6'4".
Yes.
Luka is 6'7". Luka's 6'8". You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's a grifting though. I think
that plays a part in it too. Yeah.
I think they have a hard time setting the tone because they know if they grift, I mean if they set the tone physicality wise, then Luka will just start getting his grifting bag where he's okay,
I got you.
To that point,
I see what you mean.
Lou Dort was in foul trouble every game.
Every game. Lou Dort was finishing the games really with 8 fouls. They just didn't call 2 of them.
Also, they didn't want that to repeat with Jared. I'm about to say Jared Vanderbilt. Fucking bitch.
Game 5 and game 6.
Speaking of fouls, did y'all see Anthony Edwards? Did y'all see Anthony Edwards hacking Kyrie with the no calls?
Yeah, that was great.
That was 100% a foul.
It was bad. It was bad calls both ways. It was bad calls both ways.
Listen, I'm perfectly fine with it because me personally, they letting them play. There's going to be a couple of calls here and there, but there's both sides where they're not calling fouls. I'm fine with it.
I don't know. I saw Rudy Gobert get some pretty soft fouls, but I'm gonna say this. it looks more like a foul because Rudy Gobert sucks so much on offense. That's why it looks more like a foul. You see him going with this little slow ass 2-step and just throw the ball up. It's like, oh, that has to be a foul because no way you didn't even touch the rim. That's probably what happens every
They need to change that challenge rule though, because that was clearly a foul on McDaniels, but they can't. They have to just ignore it because it went off. That wasn't a challenge. That's
Are you talking about that foul?
That might be a
Kyrie
future
foul
thing.
Jaden McDaniels.
yeah. So
Yeah, that was
they
crazy.
said they challenged the out of bounds play because it went out on Jaden McDaniels, but Kyrie slapped his whole wrist. That's why the ball
Whoa.
went out. So then they have to get Dallas the ball. That rule's dumb.
Lo, this is what I want you to do, right? From brother to brother, you feel me? Brother to brother. When I have such a strong take or a strong belief about something, I need you to start believing me, gang.
Hey, no,
I
you
need
know
you to
what?
start
You know what?
believing.
No, real talk. Don't let him off the hook. I remember what he fucking told me when he said when he talks about the Lakers. So I shut my mouth and listen to him. Real talk, you tell his ass when you feel very strongly about something, Lo, you shut up and listen, man. You just shut up and listen, okay, sir?
I ain't gonna say that. But
You just shut up and listen, okay?
I'm just saying.
Don't shake your head, mister. You say okay. Say okay, sir.
Oh, Indiana won. Indiana
Yeah,
won their first
Caitlin Clark
game.
got her first W, man.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark got her first W.
Oh, this is what you're doing. You playing this shit, huh?
Against
Real
Brick.
talk. You gonna let him do
He,
this?
could,
to
he,
you?
could, he couldn't even say, you know what, real talk. You know what? I'll take it into consideration.
I said it. Oh, you talking about taking this into consideration? I mean, as long as you present to me information that's credible.
I did.
I know that I'm saying I should have. Yeah, on the you were right on the maps thing. I'm saying you're right. I said in the other stream. What the hell? What?
So hold on, y'all got Dallas
Real talk, what you
sweeping? Y'all
say?
got Dallas winning?
No. Before we even got into the playoffs, he was saying like how like Dallas structured their roster is going to position them in a much better situation than they were before, and they got like lob threats, 3-point shooting around Luka. Like in essence, the type of team that you would want to build around Luka, they finally did so, especially with a lob threat. They finally gave him a lob threat. They gave him not just one, really fucking 2 lob threats, and then 3-point shooting that can also defend as well.
Facts. And you could argue 3 with Derrick Jones Jr.
Bro,
That is
y'all
true.
remember? I remember having combos saying Luka couldn't play with the lob threat. Like I remember those combos, like having.
People
Oh,
were saying
that's
that.
right.
Who was saying
Who
that?
said that? Now that's crazy.
Because
I
this
used
is
to
what
see that all the time.
people do. I remember that. This is what people do. They see them in a scenario that just because they don't do it enough, they think they can't do it, right? So when he's playing with KP, when he's playing with like Kleba, when he's playing with Reggie Bullock and just mainly shooters,
Dwight Powell lobs, man.
Dwight Powell, like you can't throw lobs to those guys, right? You have to play to your team's strengths. So when they're seeing that, they're like, oh yeah, he can't really get those quality looks at the rim. When that's not the case, he just needed those players. And too many people do that, and I don't fucking like that shit. I don't like how people make assessments off of just the talent on their team and not analyzing that they can do a lot more. They're catering to their team strengths.
I
That
do
should
want to
be-
ask y'all this: do you guys think Dallas can beat Boston?
Yeah, hell yeah. Jesus
I
Christ.
think it's possible for sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
They can beat them bums.
I think the Celtics are going to go all the way, though. I think Tatum is going to finals MVP. Really should have won MVP. Top 3 player in the league right now.
You trolling me right now, Brody.
No, real
Yo,
talk.
he's
no,
getting
I-
MVP votes. Jason
Real
Tatum.
talk agrees with me.
I do think that the Timberwolves match up better.
I love how you
with-
ignored it, huh? You ignored that. No, ain't that crazy?
And no, the Timberwolves do match up better with
Let's
the
say
Celtics.
Porzingis doesn't come back.
You see how you ignored that, Dub? You see how you ignored that?
Who, me? Are you talking about me?
You really said that, real talk?
About what?
Luka MVP? I mean, not JT MVP?
JT MVP about
No,
Jason Tatum MVP. Did you say that?
Nigga,
That's
he heard you.
crazy.
He heard what you said, Dub.
Are you talking about in the regular season?
He heard what you said. He heard what you
Are you
said.
talking about in the regular season? What
Well,
are you talking about?
you said both. You said regular and finals MVP.
Now, what
Oh,
is before?
are you referring to? Is this nigga Low trying to get cooked again? Are you referring to the video from 2022?
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh man.
Are you talking about when you also tweeted that Jason Tatum was a top 2 player yourself? Is that what you're talking about?
When the power rankings in the first 2 weeks? Yes.
Oh, now this nigga's talking about
You
power
talking about when he had that crazy tweet
Oh.
with the video and all that? Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember that list actually. That
Remember,
list was
remember
crazy.
when I was making an argument that LeBron wasn't top
20
or top 20? Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy, low. Oh my god!
I
forgot
want when
about
you go back and go look at what LeBron was doing those first 15 games.
It was despicable, but he turned it around, man.
No, he didn't. If you watch that video, no, he did. But anyway,
he's talking about LeBron turning around.
I said LeBron.
Oh, he's talking about LeBron turning around. Oh, he shouldn't have been out the top. He shouldn't have been out the top 20 to begin with. But 10 games is enough sample size. But anywho,
that's nasty.
I do think the Timberwolves match up better with the Celtics. I do also think that Jason Tatum is low-key due for some kind of progression to the mean. He's been shooting like 20-some% from three. So I think the finals is potentially a series he shoots 40 to 45% from three, and then niggas gonna be like, oh my goodness, Jason Tatum is so good now. And it's like, no, it's kind of like what averages.
Are you sure? But, from my memory, a lot of the stars that have been playing against the Mavs, they do a very good job of guarding them from three, and then they let other people shoot three. It's just Naz Reid went crazy today.
I mean, Shea shot well from three.
He didn't shoot a lot of threes. He shot crazy from mid. I don't know.
Mid range was wild.
The Celtics won a championship, man. This course is going to be cooked.
Three Shea was getting to is going to be available for Jason Tatum.
That factory is going to be there.
It's just whether he's hitting it or not. And
but the thing that what's his name? The Mavericks has been facing all the time. Like they're going up against like supreme like offensive talent, right? Mainly like Shea and his ability to collapse the defense. They don't have to deal with that on Boston. You have some guys, but they're not as getting downhill as Shea to create those looks. So I think they would have an easier time covering shooters because they won't have to commit so much to that drive that Shea was bringing.
But Dub, I have a question. If KP is there, don't you think them being that spaced out will like make the bigs having like more trouble?
KP being there, I think it changes some things. But is KP going to be healthy? That's the question.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, he's going to be handling physical bigs and Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively that's been doing a tremendous job on damn near every single big that they face in this whole entire postseason. They've been doing phenomenal. So is KP going to have this great series against physical bigs that have shown the ability to really?
It depends on his shooting. It depends on his shooting. If he shoots well, then the Mavs are going to struggle against KP. If he shoots extremely well, I think the problem with the Celtics that potentially concerns me, not only potentially them getting hot and making threes, but they have more people who can make decisions with the ball in their hands to collapse the type of defense Jason Kidd likes to run to create some opportunities for people. However, with that said, Boston, sometimes I watch Boston, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So if they do a lot of what the hell are you doing type of stuff, I'm cool. I'm cool.
And they do way too much switching. So Luka getting switched on to Horford.
Or even KP. Imagine you get switched on to KP. Oh my God, that's despicable for them.
Yeah,
and Kyrie. This is going to be a bit of a revenge series for Kyrie as well. Yeah. He got a personal.
Kyrie hasn't played well against Boston, and that's one of my worries about that series.
He's gonna step on Lucky again. Man.
New Kyrie, man. Also, I don't know who they're gonna put on Luka. Now I think about it.
They're probably going to start
Jaylen Brown.
True. Jaylen Brown. They're probably going to put length and size on him first, but I don't really think it matters because if he smells it, they're going to just switch everything.
Yeah, if they're going to switch, it doesn't matter.
It don't really matter.
And you could. I'm saying
it's going to be Al Horford.
They're so dumb with that.
I don't know why they do that. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Don't you think?
That's easy.
I think they try to do that to like slow down Indiana's pace, but do you think they
do that to every team? That's how they
just play defense like that.
They've been doing it for like 3-4 years now. That's just how they defend.
That's just dumb.
Y'all don't think Minnesota could win this series in 7, man? Y'all writing them off? Y'all think it's over in 4 or 5?
You know so crazy though. The games are winnable for Minnesota. These first 2 games have been winnable. I don't want to completely write them off, but I mean, you go down 2-0.
You go down 0-2 on when you lose. Excuse me. And I said this about the when Minnesota did this to Denver, bro. When you're playing another great team and you lose the first 2 games at home, now that what Dallas has done is giving themselves breathing room. Mm-hmm. They can lose a game or 2 or whatever. You now have to beat Dallas 4 out of the next 5 games, and that's just hard to do against a good team.
But real talk, do you think I think it would just be crazy. But I'm like an odds guy too. No, I know you gamble and everything. Do you think that's gonna happen in back-to-back series? Like, do you really think that?
That the Timberwolves are going to come back?
No. That a team is gonna have a 2-0 lead without home field advantage, and then cough that up again, like cough that up. And
Dub. That's what I'm saying. Minnesota beat Denver, I think, because Denver allowed them to get the first two on their home court. Minnesota is not about to come back in this series when they've already let the Mavericks win 2 away games. Most people say a playoff series doesn't start until an away team wins a game. When you let them win the first two, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, basically, Minnesota has no margin for error. Like at this point.
I agree, and I'm watching like the first two games. I know you said it was close, but I feel like Dallas played their version of basketball way better than the Timberwolves. Like way better than Timberwolves.
Well, what
the first game, Jaden McDaniels shot crazy from 3, and this game, Naz Reid was going ballistic from 3. He was making 30-footers. I'm like,
he got cat benched,
keeping them in this game right now.
That was wild.
And the way they're playing defense on their 2 best offensive players, Anthony Edwards, who's been struggling, especially with his playmaking, and I still think Cat is good, but he's not taking advantage of the mismatches as well as you would like. And so that's not gonna change moving forward. So I think as long as the Timberwolves don't shoot historic from 3 moving forward in terms of certain players, certain role players, I think Mavs should be able to take this.
And you know what, Riddell and Lowe, that was something I pointed out last series, and now to come to think about it, you're right. Cat isn't doing as well in those mismatch situations, and that's something that prepared them to beating Denver, and that's one of the reasons why they're not.
But I think there's more.
Anthony Edwards is the main cause.
Yeah. So the thing with Minnesota and Dallas, there's more. To me, there's more resistance there, which is why you see these like bad games from them. Like they're not just worrying about the man that they're about to beat. They're worried from the help side that's coming from Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. So it's causing them to be in bad spots. Anthony Edwards, I can see that he's trying to make a decision. So he has to worry about his defender, but he knows that there's going to be a help coming in the paint because they're neglecting Rudy. So he has to make a decision either to take this shot or make it pass, and he's taking too long with that. I think there's just too much for them to think about. And I think Anthony Edwards hasn't been in those scenarios enough, especially in this postseason, to really adjust like quickly enough in this series to turn it around. And Cat, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to handle that as well, because I mean, what we're seeing now is what the issues we've seen with Minnesota Timberwolves all season long. They've had 2 great first halves, but in the second half, it kind of teeters off. And sometimes their offense gets completely stagnant. They're going against a competent defense right now, and I think that's why we're seeing all of this right now. And I don't think they would have the ability to.
Funny enough, I do think Cat is actually doing a pretty good job playmaking. It's just he can't score on his defense. Like he's missing his threes for sure. And like Real Talk said, he's not taking advantage of his mismatches. So regardless of how good of a playmaker he's becoming, I mean, nobody else is really scoring, and you're banking on Naz Reid or Jaden McDaniel threes. That's not going to win you the series against the Dallas Mavericks, like 100%. So I don't know what they plan to do moving forward, but the Dallas are doing exactly what I said. I don't think on defense. They're doing
I don't think there's anything they can do.
Yeah, to add on to what Double was saying, the last series against Denver, it's hard to get to the rim on Denver, but like Ant and the Cat knows if I get to the rim, there's no resistance there for me. But this series,
it is easy to get to the rim.
Against Denver? No, I mean like it's harder. Like Denver's like philosophy.
Wait, Denver or Dallas?
Make a hard. No, Denver. Like Denver tries to make it hard for you to get to the rim.
I've been telling people
Jokic showing at the level
for 2 years.
But what I'm saying is like he understands that if I get all the way there, there's no resistance from you waiting there. Like, but this series it's hard to get to the rim and it's hard to finish. Ant missed like 4 layups though today. I'm not gonna lie. Like he missed like he's right at the rim and he's just not finishing.
He has to be better.
Karl Anthony Towns got to get crucified for this shit.
Whoa.
You said what?
Karl Anthony Towns, because he was talking about being the best shooting big man of all time and all this dumb shit. And now you fucking getting outplayed, getting benched by Naz Reid.
Well, Naz Reid was shooting historic. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you only do so much.
It's both because Towns is shooting like shit.
No, I said that. Yeah, I agree. Cat was shooting like shit, but Nas Reed, man, I need him
They talking too much shit over there. Like Minnesota is talking a lot of shit. Karl-Anthony Towns,
No, I want to ask you something.
big man of all
I'm
time,
very
and
curious.
Ant talking about I'm guarding Kyrie and shit. You got to back it up, man.
Luka keeps playing like this, and let's say, if, like, hypothetically speaking, he keeps on this stretch against the Minnesota Timberwolves defense, a defense that should be able to stop him. And let's say if he continues the success, win or loss, but he just continues to play well against the Boston Celtics. Are you putting him as the best player in the world?
Yeah, I said it tonight already.
No way, you did.
Oh,
Real
you
talk,
did?
he did.
Yeah, he tweeted it.
I said it. I said it in the stream as well.
But I don't think
We
you.
go
I
from
think he's trying to set Luka up right now.
just that quickly.
I think it's set Luka up to where if
I
Luka
don't-
loses, he's
No.
on it.
I didn't think the gap between Luka and Jokic this year was that wide, and I said it all year long that it wasn't that. To me, it wouldn't have been that crazy at all to give Luka the MVP. I didn't think it was.
Wait, yeah.
I
So
didn't-
you didn't subscribe to the idea that Jokic had a huge gap on the second
No.
mismatch. Okay, then you can. All right, then.
Interesting. Yo, what a
No,
night.
y'all be putting me in the same boat with like Gifted in them, man. Like,
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I'm
I know,
sorry.
I know, man. I know it's been a while since I've been on PC.
Yeah,
man. I know, man.
My
I ain't-
bad.
I ain't hearing no takes from me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
My bad, Lo. My bad. You know, I sometimes I put you all in a bubble, man, but maybe it's time to take you out of that, bro. So I apologize, man. I apologize.
Dub.
If I get new information,
Hey, W growth, W character development.
W growth. Welcome to the Luka fandom. Everyone, like the video, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for being here. I got to be at work tomorrow, man. So, does anyone have any final words before we head out?
Wemby top 15, book it.
Hey man, hey Dub, if you go on the panel or whatever, I'm gonna be honest, man. I know you said that it's okay if you grow, it's okay if you get new information, whatever. But if you say some blasphemy, then I don't care what growth you go through, man.
Oh wow,
When you say Cam Thomas is a better scorer than Luka Doncic, you ain't
Oh, wow.
recovering from that.
Oh,
You ain't
ticket.
recovering from that,
Poor
Dub.
ticket.
You ain't
Yeah,
recovering
bad.
from that.
Oh,
So
redacted.
I'm not trying to see that man hop on the Luka train. I ain't trying to see that. All right. So
All right.
we ain't here for that one.
I still need my steak dinner from him too, from Redacted.
I don't think you'll be able to get that after what happened.
He did pay Jalen though.
What you mean after what happened? What you talking about?
This
Oh,
is a
man.
nasty nigga.
Hold on,
man.
hold on. All right, y'all. Like the video, subscribe. Peace.
You know, they could be on the panel showing